Thank you so much for joining me tonight. So tonight's class is going to be a yoga flow, and we are going to focus all on the twists. So get ready to twist your body and wring it out and feel really amazing afterwards. We are going to start in a child's pose. So come to the back of your mat, bring your big toes to touch. Open your knees as wide as what's comfortable for you. Walk your fingers all the way to the top of your mat and rest your forehead down. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, open mouth. Take another longer, deeper inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it all go. And take your largest, fullest, deepest breath yet. Try to invite in as much air as you possibly can into your lungs. Spread through the ribs. Bring in even just a little bit more air. And then forcibly exhale all of it out. Feel the spine lengthen and soften. Allow your hips to reach a little closer to your heels. You can be active through the arms by pressing your palms down and using that leverage to push your hips closer to your heels. Or you can allow your arms to relax and hang heavy on the mat. On your next inhale, gently walk your hands over to the left side of your mat. Walk your hands to the left and then pull your right hip down toward the right heel, feeling a nice stretch along the right side body. Inhale, walk your hands back to center and then over to the right side of your mat. Pulling your left hip down, feeling a nice curved stretch through the left side body. Inhale, walk your hands back to center and hold for the exhale. Inhale, slowly push yourself up to a tabletop. Find your position, spread your fingers nice and wide, root down through all 10 fingertips. Maybe bend the elbows a few times to start warming those up. See if there's any cracks or pops. Squeeze the belly button in and up. Reach the crown of your head forward. Inhale, cow pose. Let the belly drop, look up, point your tailbone to the sky. Exhale, cat pose. Round the spine, tuck your chin, breathe into the vertebrae. Inhale, cow pose, look up, broaden through the collarbone. Exhale, cat pose, round it out, press down through the tops of your feet. And continue to move between your cat and your cow, adding on as it calls to you. So maybe adding in some ankle rotations, neck rotations, wrist rotations. Perhaps shake your hips and your head from side to side. Breathe into all the nooks and crannies of the body. Try to warm up any of those special areas that tend to get a little tight throughout class. Really squeeze that core in and up. We'll be doing a lot of core work today while we're twisting through the middle of the spine. And when you feel balanced out, return back to your tabletop. Inhale, step your right foot in between your hands. So lift the right foot up, walk it forward. You can use your hands to guide you. Walk your hands up to your right knee. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky, and maybe start to shift your hips a little further forward. Feeling a nice stretch through the front of your left hip flexor. If you need to walk your right toes forward, that's okay. to create a little bit more space there. And if you need some stability, feel free to hold on to your left hip, maybe even keeping your hand on your right knee. Gently pulsing forward and back and holding to feel a nice stretch through that front hip flexor. Inhale, come back up, stacked shoulders over hips, over left knee. And then gently twist toward the right side of your mat. Left hand reaches forward, right arm reaches back. Moving nice and slow, maybe starting to tilt your head toward your right hand. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, plant your hands down. Tuck your toes, lift your back knee, and step forward to a forward fold. Left foot reaches right. Forward fold. Lift your hips up. Let your head and neck hang heavy. Relax through the back. Inhale, roll yourself up to standing. Head and neck are last to lift. Big shoulder rotations all the way up, back, and down. Once again, up, back, and down. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky, mountain pose. Exhale, gentle back bend, lift the chest, cactus the arms, squeeze through the core. Inhale, rise, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at the hips, lead with your chest. Inhale, halfway lift, long, strong spine. Exhale, plant your hands down, step back with your right foot. Step your right foot back, low lunge, and then lower the right knee down to the mat. Inhale, walk yourself up to your left thigh. Option to keep your hands on your hips and left thigh, or reach your arms directly up above the shoulders. Gently pulse once again, starting to stretch out the front of that right hip flexor now. Shifting the hips forward. If you notice your knee is going really far forward past your toes, feel free to walk the toes forward to create a little bit more space there. And after you've pulsed it a few times, go ahead and hold it, activating the glutes and the low belly for stability while feeling a nice stretch through that front hip flexor. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, twist to the left side of your mat. Reach your right hand forward. Left arm reaches back. Squeezing through the outer hips for stability. Reaching the crown of your head to the sky. And maybe looking past your left fingertips. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, plant your hands down and step back to a tabletop. Step both feet back to a high plank. Hold here, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips and begin to start pedaling out the feet. Press one heel down at a time and then the other. Bending the opposite knee, feeling a nice stretch through the middle of your calves. Beautiful. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step forward. Forward fold. Walk your feet to the top of your mat. Reach the torso toward your thighs. Lift the hips. Inhale, halfway lift, long, strong spine. Squeeze that low belly in and up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Mountain pose, arms come with us. Exhale, gentle back bend. Lift the chest, cactus the arms, maybe push the hips a little forward. Inhale, rise, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long, strong spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to a high plank, and then lower down to your forearms, forearm plank. Really activating through the core. We're gonna do a couple of hip dips. So from low forearm plank, Dip your right hip down. It doesn't have to touch the mat. It can just hover right above it, and then come back up to center. Option to reset your feet if you need to regrip. And then lower your left hip down, dipping it just slightly, maybe hovering it above the mat, then coming back to center. Let's do that again each side. Right, center, left, center. Last time each side. Right, center, and left, center. Beautiful. Inhale, hold here. Exhale, push yourself up to a high plank. Lift the hips, downward facing dog. Bring the feet together at the back of your mat. Big toes come to touch. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step it through. Low lunge. Place your right foot in between your hands. Inhale, lift yourself all the way up to standing. Shoulders stack over hips. Reach your arms to the sky. High crescent lunge. Inhale, hold here. Exhale, vertical twist to the right side of your mat. So left arm reaches forward, right arm reaches back, activating the outer hips for stability. Maybe start to turn your gaze toward the right hand. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, warrior two. Spin the back heel down, arms come to a T, sink into that front lunge. Inhale, reach your right arm up, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill your hands all the way to the mat and step your right foot back to your left, high plank. Come down to forearm plank. We'll do a few more hip dips on either side, starting with the right. Right hip lowers and lifts. Left hip lowers and lifts. Again, right, center, and left, center. Squeezing the core the whole time. Last round, right, center, and left. Center. Push yourself up to a high plank. Root down through those fingertips. Lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Place your feet together at the back of your mat. Inhale, left leg high. Lift the left heel as high as you can. Exhale, step it through. Low lunge. Walk your left foot forward so it's in between your hands. And notice how wide your feet are. So if you imagine both feet are on railroad tracks, how wide, how far apart are those railroad tracks? If that first vertical twist seemed a little challenging, consider separating your feet so the tracks are a little wider. So notice, try some foot placement, and then push yourself up to high crescent lunge. Stacking shoulders over hips, squeezing the outer thighs, outer glutes for stability. Squeeze that low belly in and up. Inhale. Exhale, vertical twist to the left. Right arm reaches forward, left arm reaches back. Hold it right here. Maybe look over your left shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Think about how that felt. Exhale, warrior two. Spin the back heel down. Maybe adjust your feet alignment if they were further apart before. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill your hands down. Press your hands down to the mat. Step it back, high plank. Lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, baby cobra. Lift your chin and chest off the mat. Squeeze your elbows toward the ribs. No weight in the hands. Exhale, lower the chin down. Inhale, push yourself up to tabletop. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step it through. Low lunge. Inhale, reach up. High crescent lunge. So once again, now we know we have a little option when it comes to how wide our feet are. So imagine our feet are on railroad tracks and play with how wide those railroad tracks are. Beautiful. From here, bring your hands to heart center. Now we're going to try a little bit of a different variation on a twist. If this is a little too much, know that you can pop your back knee down at any time. Shift your chest forward so you're stacked above your knee. Take your left elbow and start to reach it toward the outside of your right thigh. Squeeze the low belly in and up. Press your palms into one another and start to rotate your chest toward your palms. Again, if this is like a lot, go ahead and lower that back knee down at any time. If you're keeping the back knee lifted, push back through the heel. Maybe even start to look up past your right shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Rise all the way up, high crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Beautiful. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Exhale, windmill your hands down. Frame the front foot. Step back, high plank. Lower all the way or halfway down. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, high cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, push yourself all the way up to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Let's try that on the other side. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. So imagine those railroad tracks. Think about how wide you want them. Inhale, push yourself up, high crescent lunge. Bring your palms together, press your thumbs into your chest, shift the chest forward, revolved crescent lunge on the other side. So take your right elbow and start to reach around to the outside of your left thigh. If this is a lot, go ahead and lower that back knee down and see how that feels. Wherever you are, press your palms into one another. And then try to start to rotate your chest up toward your thumbs. Maybe even look up past your left shoulder for a balance challenge. Great job. Inhale, push yourself up all the way. High crescent lunge, shoulders stack over hips. Exhale, warrior two. Beautiful. Stack your shoulders over the hips and sink into that front knee. Inhale, reverse warrior, left arm reaches high. Exhale, windmill the hands down, frame the front foot, step it back, high plank. Lower all the way or halfway down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, high crest, high upward facing dog or high cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the hips, tuck the toes. Beautiful. We'll try that one more time just so we can really practice our form. Bring your feet together at the back of your mat. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Think about how wide your feet should be. Inhale, reach it up, high crescent lunge. Bring your palms together, thumbs to your chest, shift it forward, left elbow to the outside of the right thigh, revolved crescent lunge. Maybe look up past your shoulder. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to center, high crescent lunge, arms reach up. Exhale, warrior two. Arms come to a T. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach your right arm to the sky. Listen for the change. Exhale, hold. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach forward. Place your right arm on your thigh. Left arm reaches up to the sky.
Now keep your right arm on your thigh. Option to keep your left arm lifted or to open up through the shoulder. Spiral your palm toward the back wall and then start to bring the back of your hand toward your low spine. So it's going to look like this. Back of your hand to your low spine. So that is going to give you a little bit more leverage to open up your left shoulder toward the sky. And look up as you do that. Hold it here. Inhale, look down in front of you. Release your hands down to the mat. Step it back. High plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or high cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Moving along, inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Choose your stance. Exhale, revolved crescent lunge. Hands to heart center, shift the chest forward, wrap the right elbow toward the outside of the left thigh. Option to lower the back knee anytime. That's totally fine. Start to look up and opening up your chest toward your thumbs. Beautiful. Inhale, push yourself back up to center. High crescent lunge. A lot of leg strength there. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Hold for the exhale. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach forward. Place your left arm on the thigh. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Option to stay right here, or just like the other side, spiral your palm away from the wall and then lower the back of your hand toward the base of your spine. Open up through the right shoulder. Beautiful. Hold it here. Inhale, look down and in front of you. Exhale, release your hands down, step it back, high plank, chaturanga, dandasana. Inhale, high cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Great job. One last round, and we're going to try a little bit of a different posture. It's going to be our peak posture tonight. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step it through. Low lunge. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Place the back heel down. Arms come to a T. Beautiful. Straighten your front knee. Straighten the front leg. Reach your hips back toward the back wall. Triangle pose. Walk your fingers as far forward as you can, and then flip the palms 6 and 12. Left arm reaches high, front arm reaches low. So place the back of your right hand along the inside of your right thigh, or if you feel comfortable, reaching forward enough along the inside of your right calf. Just notice if you're starting to bend and curve a lot at the spine, you might be going a little too far. Try to straighten out this space between the underarm and the hip. And if that means you have to go a little higher, that's totally okay. Keep the low belly engaged. Look past your fingers. Beautiful. Inhale, lift yourself all the way up, reverse triangle. Reach your right arm to the sky. Beautiful. Bring your hands back down to a T. Bend your front knee and make your way back to high crescent lunge. So spin your back heel up. Arms reach forward. Hips point forward. Beautiful. Now, step your back foot in just a little bit, just enough so you can straighten both legs. So both feet are pointed toward the top of your mat and both knees can be straightened. Beautiful. Reach your fingers forward. Reach your hands as far forward as you can, keeping a nice, long, strong spine. And then take the back of your left hand and reach it down toward the outside of your right thigh, or if you feel comfortable enough, the right calf. I'm at the thigh. With your left arm, reach your with your right arm rather, reach your right arm up, opening up through the right shoulder, or place the back of your hand at the base of your spine. Revolved triangle. So back of the left hand is on the outside of the right thigh. Back of the right hand is at the base of your spine. Both legs are straight, feeling power through the body. When you're ready, slowly come up out of it, straightening your arms and your shoulders to the front of your mat. Beautiful. Exhale, plant your hands down. Step it all the way back to a high plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Bend the elbows, come all the way or halfway down. Inhale, high cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the hips. Exhale, hold. All right, last side. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it through. Low lunge. Place your right foot in between your hands. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Our home base posture for tonight. Exhale, warrior two. Spin the back heel down, arms come to a T. Enjoy that lunge. Inhale, straighten the front knee. Exhale, triangle pose. Push your hips back towards your right foot. Reach your left fingertips forward. Tick-tock the arms. Right arm reaches high, left arm reaches low. So once again, you can place the back of your left hand rather along the inside of your left thigh, or if you can reach all the way down toward the inside of your left calf. Just pay attention to how much you're rounding the spine. If you're rounding too much, maybe lift up out of it. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up to the sky, rise to standing. Reverse triangle. Reach your left arm up. Feel a nice stretch along the front ribs. Hold it here. Inhale, back to center. Warrior two, bend the front knee. And then spiral your back heel up, making our way back to high crescent lunge. So square the hips and the chest forward. All 10 toes point forward. Beautiful. Walk your back foot in a little bit so you can have both feet flat on the mat. Our peak posture, revolved triangle. Hips and shoulders point forward. Reach your chest and your fingers forward. Take your right hand, place it along the outside of your left thigh. Take your left hand, option to open it up to the sky, or take the back of your left hand and place it along the base of your spine. You'll feel a nice intense stretch along the back of both legs. Keep your spine long and strong. Working on opening up that left shoulder. It's okay if you don't go very far. As you can see, I don't go very far, and that's okay. Just starting to try the posture is really interesting and beneficial for you. So find the version that you're in today, and then slowly begin to come up out of it. Bending the front knee, reaching your shoulders and arms to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, reach your hands down, step it back, high plank. Last chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or high cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Great, great job. We did so many twists and turns tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if you feel like you've been wrung out like a rag. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step forward and come down to your seat. Bring your legs out in front of you and lower all the way down to your back. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself one more big hug. Gently rock from side to side. One more twist. We couldn't have a twist class without our favorite supine twist. So extend your left leg long. Grab both hands around your right shin. Draw your right knee out and up toward your right shoulder. Hold it here. Inhale, wind removing pose. Squeeze the thigh toward the outer ribs. Exhale, supine twist. Guide your right knee across the body. Stack your hips right over left. Reach your right arm to the side. And maybe even look past your right fingertips. And just reflect on how you're feeling after that class. This was a little bit of a difficult one. And if you don't practice twists very often, you may have felt a little uncomfortable getting into those new postures. So I encourage you to look at this class just like you look at life. How do we approach those difficult postures? Do we just try them and see if we can get the most out of them and think of them as an obstacle or something to work toward in the future? Or do we let it bring us down and let us feel like we're not able to complete something? It's okay if we reach an obstacle. Let's just try to find different ways to approach them and see if we can enjoy the process of exploring any new obstacles that life gives us. Inhale, come back to center. Bring both knees back into your chest. Give yourself one more hug here. And then extend your right leg long. Grab both hands around your left shin. Draw your left knee out and up toward our left shoulder. Hold it here. Inhale, wind removing pose. Squeeze the thigh toward the outer ribs. Exhale, supine twist. Guide your left knee across the body. Stack your hips and reach your left arm out to the side, keeping both shoulder blades flat on the mat. One last gentle twist through the middle of the spine. One of the beautiful things about yoga is it gives us the opportunity to challenge ourselves in ways that we may not have been expecting. And in that, it helps us set up for the obstacles of life. On your next inhale, come back to center. Bring both knees up into your chest. Give yourself one more tight squeeze. Bring your forehead to your knees. Show your body how much you love it with the biggest hug ever. Take a deep inhale and exhale as you release Shavasana. Extend your arms and legs out long and wide. Allow your toes to flop open. Roll your shoulders down your back. Allow the torso to completely soften. Relax through each muscle group of the body. Relax through your forearms, your biceps, your shoulders, and your whole spine. Relax through your glutes and your hips, your thighs and your calves, and even all of the toes in your feet. Allow your face to soften. Allow your tongue to fall from the roof of your mouth. Allow yourself to lie here in complete stillness with no twists or turns in the body. Gently begin to bring awareness back to your body and your breath. Take a slightly deeper inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. On your next inhale, slowly reach your arms up over your head for a wall-to-wall stretch. Point your toes, get long, get lean. And exhale, guide your knees up into your chest for one last hug. Gently rock from side to side and fall over on your favorite side. Keeping your eyes closed, slowly push yourself up to a seat. Cross your legs, root down through your sit bones. Bring your palms together, press your thumbs into your chest. Sit tall, sit proud. Take a deep inhale through the nose. May we look inward for validation and acceptance. Inhale, draw your thumbs to your lips. May we speak words of truth, kindness, and encouragement. Inhale, draw your thumbs to your third eye center. May we be the change we wish to see in this world. Take a deep inhale to fill yourself with love and light, and exhale to share it with the world. Namaste.